Before we get to the meat of what actually is going to be happening in the next several months and years surrounding this, explain to us exactly what's involved with this partnership.
Sure. The Arena partnership gives us the opportunity to distribute shot-by-shot data, graphic representations, and video content to our fans internationally, primarily for the purposes of sports betting. We believe that golf has a tremendous untapped potential in the world of sports betting, particularly for what's called in-play betting, so betting that commences after the competition has begun. You can imagine all of the opportunities that shot-by-shot data will provide, and Arena is going to take all of that data and create some exciting new products for our fans to participate in sports betting, and it also gives us the opportunity to reach some people who aren't currently watching PGA Tour golf, but might enjoy the activity of sports betting.
It's a fascinating turnaround because at one point, betting in golf was really frowned upon unless potentially it was for charity or something, but now it seems to be completely embraced. Will this move to other states? We've seen obviously several states embrace gambling.
Right now, there's a small number of states that have sports betting available. We do anticipate in 2019 a lot of states taking up the issue, but it's a complicated process. You have to create new laws, you have to create new regulations, and in some cases, new regulatory bodies around this. So it will take a few years before we see sports betting available to the large number of states that we do anticipate eventually take.
Just to illustrate the point, let me play a little bit of our interview with Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson last week before the match on pay-per-view. Have a listen.
Well, I think it's an integral part of the game. Gambling has always been a part of our game, whether we like it or not. We've always embraced it, Phil and I, and how we've taken chances on a golf course, whether it's weekend round with our buddies or it's in a practice round out on tour.
So obviously it's been completely embraced by the players. They may have already been embracing it among themselves, but now it's out in the open. Talk to us about the data distribution part, because that's a major issue here, isn't it? The transparency. What data will be, passed over and back to betting books?
Well, we've been collecting shot-by-shot data now for more than 20 years through what we call our ShotLink system. And it doesn't just take into account where the ball ends up, but it gathers all sorts of information from launch velocity and spin rate and shot shape and so forth. So Arena is going to be able to take all of that data together and create some exciting betting products around it. At the same time, we want to make sure that we're protecting the integrity of our competition. So we have an integrity program in place to educate all of our athletes and all of our other constituents about the potentials for betting corruption. So we're making sure we're doing the right things first, and then we're going to create products to engage our fans.
What feedback did you get from the gaming end of the match? And by the way, we know that there were some technical issues and that sort of cast a little bit of a pall over it. But what do you anticipate going forward, given what you learned from this?
Well, the organizers of the match wanted to create an environment where the players could engage one another during the competition. They reached out to us a few months ago and proposed some ideas to us around this type of challenges during the match. And we thought that it would be a good way to show the players' character. At the same time, we didn't want the event to seem a lot like a betting product, but rather a competition. So what came out of it were these charity challenges that the players made throughout the competition, and ultimately that they raised a lot of dollars for those players' very worthy charities.
There's a lot of characters trying to figure out sports gaming in the US. You've been working on this for a long time, and you've been in the industry for a long time. What inning are we in?
We're very early in the game. Particularly domestically, we have only 8 states that currently offer sports betting. We do anticipate a significant number of states to consider legislation in 2019, but the number of states that actually get legislation passed will probably be anywhere from 10 to 20. So there's still going to be a lot of room to grow. The market is very immature. We have a lot to learn from the international regulated markets. And we see a great opportunity to work together with all of the constituents, whether it's the betting operators, the sports leagues, or the regulatory bodies, to really create a best-in-class sports betting system here in the United States.
You're on the spot. Who did you bet on last week?
I did not bet at all.
Oh, that is such a dodge question. All right, we're going to let you off the hook this time.